Okay. You know more Pokemon than me. What do you got, Kellan?
I don't know. You do something. You figure it out. You learn
That's
Pokemon.
how he lashes out to stall so that he can brainstorm. Brilliant. Hello and welcome to the podcast To Kill a Delibird. And this week we have towns full of stuff for you. How about towns that are all full of rabbits or all full of deer? And we just really love deer. And welcome to Deer Town. Oh dear, all we got is deer. We love deer. And it happens to be the Deer Festival. We have a giant montage to deer, and we're eating deer, and we kill deer, and we wear their carcasses and make sweet love under the moon. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Graham, the guy who says things like I just said, and does not know that much about Pokemon, but I'm learning along the way. And to take me on this Pokemon anime journey, I've got the Poke Master himself, Kellan, with me. Kellan, how are you doing?
Did you just imply that you make love to dead deer?
No, we wear their carcasses while we make love to other humans.
I mean, that's also weird.
Yep.
But okay. I don't do that. But you do you.
Well, imagine that in the context of the episode we're going to discuss today. These people definitely dress up as Wobbuffets and screw.
I don't think they skin them, though.
I bet you someone has. They got kicked out of the town.
Yeah, they're not welcome back.
I want to hear more about this town. Okay, sorry. I'm jumping ahead a bit here. Kellan, so that I can talk about it, what episodes are we going to be discussing today?
Today we got, I'm going to say it, we got two bangers today.
Yeah, they're good.
One more of a
Fun
banger,
week.
for sure. But two pretty good episodes. We're starting with episode 174, Mountain Time, and then 175, Wobbu-Palooza, which is it's just so good.
A very fun episode, and that's what I'm talking about. And that's got me thinking this week so much about, this is such a Japanese thing. In Japan, there's like sections of cities that are all kind of dedicated to one thing. You know, like there's a part of Tokyo that just like is used bookstores, and it's like several blocks of just used bookstores. And that's awesome. There's, a place where it's like, oh, there's like little baby deer everywhere. And then, oh, this town's like overrun by rabbits. And that's totally what that episode is like. There's just Wobbuffet everywhere. Crazy stuff.
It's not overrun. They just really love it.
They just love it. Yeah.
Which, like, you should, obviously. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. I agree. And there's nothing wrong with making love to a fellow human while covered in deer meat.
There's a little wrong with it, but sure.
I like the smell and it feels good.
Again, you do you, man. I don't need to hear about it, though.
Well, what I do need to hear about is, Kellan, what's going on with you? Is there anything you want to discuss before we get into the crazy hijinks that will take us into the episodes?
I've been playing Cookie Clicker.
I saw that on Discord. Now, Cookie Clicker, is that the one that is a wait, which one's Cookie Clicker?
Well, it's one of them idle games. You bake cookies, and then you can buy like grandmas to bake more cookies, and then you can buy farms to make more cookies, and eventually you're buying like antimatter condensers, and the grandma apocalypse begins to bake cookies, and you're turning light itself into cookies, and it gets really weird for what you might think.
Is that the one that's a gotcha? Like,
no,
you can roll for. That's a different one. Okay.
No, that's a different one. Yeah,
that I think is Cookie Run Kingdom. I'm thinking of
maybe,
which is like. It's like a gotcha game with like cookie waifus or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never played it.
I have been conscious about what Discord says, considering it just, like, it always says I'm playing Cookie Clicker, because I've just got it running in the background now. So.
Oh, yeah. It says that right now as we're talking.
Yeah, because it's just running in the background, making cookies. That's the whole point of an idle game. So if I could make Discord, like, not specifically say I'm playing Cookie Clicker, like, just take that one game out of it, I would love that. But I don't know how to do that.
You don't want to just disable the feature entirely just
no,
for this game?
Just for Cookie Clicker, because like half the time I'm not actually playing it. But whatever.
I think there might be an audience there for people that want to share their games but want to have that one game censored.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There might be that.
For the people that just they don't play hentai games, but we really like Honey Pop. It's great puzzle mechanics, and
Yeah, we don't play hentai games, but like a 3 a.m. round of Senran Kagura is very, very near to my heart.
Yes. I have been doing a little bit of brushing up on the recent gens of Pokemon, like the new Pokemon. naming them, because I'm gonna put it at the top here so many people can hear it as possible, and to make sure that I actually do it. But this week, the week the podcast drops, this episode, I am going to do the sub goal stream of I name all 1025 Pokemon from memory, and the stream doesn't end until I do so.
Ooh, that's sick. That's very exciting.
I'm going to do it. I'm putting it out there so that I have to do it.
I know some of our fans have been, like some of our community has been showing up to your streams. So that's going to be really exciting. Do you have a date in mind, or you'll put it on Twitter probably?
Yeah, I mean, it'll just be at some point next week. What do I have? I have a wedding on Friday, but otherwise...
Okay, keep an eye on our Twitter, 2Delibird. Kellan will let people know when he's going to go live with that.
Yes.
That's fun. That's
fun.
So,
Twitch.tv/HydroLeech. Go follow so you don't miss it.
Yeah, that's your next sub goal that you're doing. What are your others? I know we've toyed about me doing the Pokemon Mom tier list at some point.
We can do that at like 25. I don't have anything specifically set right now. I've joked many a time about sub goals and stuff, but I never wrote them down, so I don't know what any of them are. I have to go back through the transcripts.
You don't get enough subs generally.
No, I don't. And I only got the subs for this one because listener Clay was very generous during our stadium minigame tournament.
Yeah, and then showed up with some more generosity during another stream too, I think.
Very much appreciated. Yes. Also,
so that was crazy.
Other stream, I'm still working through Mystery Dungeon, my first ever Mystery Dungeon playthrough. So if you're interested in that too, come along to Twitch. Get that plug in at the start this week. There you go.
Do you want to talk about that a bit, or is that more for the stream?
Yeah. I can talk about it when I'm done it. But yeah, I've talked enough about random shit like Cookie Clicker so far today. We got other things to talk about.
Yeah, let's get back to the towns, okay? This is how we're going to get to the episodes. We have to journey through towns. But more specifically, in this Wobbuffet town, there's a festival. Okay, there's a festival to the Wobbuffets. They love Wobbuffets. They're going to have a Wobbuffet-themed festival. Turns out that is not uncommon in Japan to have these, like, oddly specific festivals. We know summer festivals is, like, it's a big thing. So I did a little bit of research this week. This is a little bit back to one of my older style of bits, Kellan.
Oh, fantastic.
Where instead of me making up some names, I did a little bit of research. It's like a journalism. Journalism is really a far stretch, but it's a sleuth week. I tried to uncover some real life stories, and we'll talk about it. So these are the top 5 weirdly themed festivals that I found to some extent have existed in Japan.
Gotcha. Okay. So these actually are real.
These are real. I'm not debating.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm actually not debating. Like, don't. I really am not baiting.
I believe you.
Well, wouldn't that be funny if I was lying?
If now
you're
really totally debating me. Yeah.
No. No, these are real. So the first one, the Furano Belly Button Festival. Okay. There is a festival apparently, somewhere in Hokkaido, I guess, where they will honor belly buttons, and the big part of it is this dance where they will like shake their bellies, or in the pictures on this article on furanotourism.com, the person has their gut like a face drawn on their gut.
Fantastic.
And so they like to highlight their belly buttons, and there's a big dance to commemorate belly buttons.
It sounds wonderful.
I mean, not quite as good as Wobbuffets, but interesting. Are you okay with belly buttons? Some people, belly buttons freak them out.
They're fine. I don't have anything against them.
I'm very neutral on belly buttons.
Yeah.
Not really pro or against.
Yeah. All right, number 4. It's top 5.
Number 4, top 5, is the Iron Penis Festival.
Perfect, amazing.
Shinto Kanamara Matsuri. The translation is Festival of the Steel Phallus. Okay. Annual festival held in Kawasaki, but it's a fertility festival, and it comes down, there's this like giant penis that they carry around, and giant, like bigger than a person, this like statue of a dick.
Yeah, I gotta carry around one of those too all the time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, well hung joke. You mean yours is made of iron because it was gnawed off in a beaver accident?
Maybe. We don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. That's too personal. That's way too personal.
That's 50 subs right there. Then you get that information.
It turns out that it's moved on from being, at least according to Wikipedia, so let's see how true this is, that it's moved on from being a serious thing, and it's more of like an event that they use to raise money for HIV research now.
Nice.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because
cool.
it's, it got some notoriety, became something of a tourist affection.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tourist attraction.
Yeah, there's some affection going on with that too, Yeah.
Yeah, well, my eyes were straying, and I guess that was one of the things that they would pray for during the festival, is protection from
giant
STIs.
penises. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Make us well hung and steel type in our pants. Okay, from nanny.sg is the site that I pulled this article from, and it's the Try Your Coffin Before You Die festival. So, Japan's Shukatsu festival. It's a whole festival about death, I guess. And the whole thing is about, I don't know, coming to peace for your death. I'm not 100% sure, but one of the things that caught a lot of press, I guess, around this is the Try Your Coffin Before You Go part of it, where I guess, coffin makers show off, and you can really plan for your death. And there's pictures on this website of people looking quite joyful, actually, as they try their deathbeds. So that's pretty interesting.
I mean, you're going to spend eternity in that thing, so you may as well try it. I mean,
might as well.
Yeah. Unless you get cremated, in which case, then it's just fun.
You should not try that before you buy. Try the Charizard flamethrower before you buy.
Oh no, I was just saying trying the caskets for fun, but sure, yeah.
No, the cremation.
Yeah.
That's a one-off.
Yeah, you don't get to test that one more than one time.
No, just once. Just once.
All right, number 2.
The Naki Sumo Crying Baby Festival. Okay, this one's on Wikipedia.
That sounds horrible.
Annual Japanese festival in which babies are held in the arms of sumo wrestlers in an open-air sumo ring. But these matches aren't sumo matches, Kellan. They're crying matches. The 2 babies compete in a short match. The first child to cry is proclaimed the winner, and according to folklore, a crying baby has the power to ward off evil spirits, while a strong, loud cry indicates the child will grow up strong and healthy. So sumo wrestlers carrying around these babies till they shriek.
Yeah, I don't want to go to that one.
Apparently, it's an aspect in this particular region of Children's Day Festival, which we have seen in a previous Pokemon episode, I believe.
Yes, a while ago. Been a hot minute.
Yeah.
All right, what's number 1?
Well, if you don't want to go to that last one, Kellan, do I have a festival for you? Returning to Shinjuku this March, well, this was in 2018, the Farts of Beautiful Women Festival. Let's get a round of applause. Finally, an event that everyone can enjoy is the headline from Sora News 24.
I think they do that at the AVN convention.
Oh, bringing back dead jokes. He's the necromancer of jokes, people.
All right. Okay, so
I'm a joke-romancer.
Okay, so are you gonna try and make fun of me by actually revealing that these are in fact fake and you made them up? Was that the whole bit? No, these actually were real?
No, I know it. It is so hard for me to not sound like I'm trying to make.
Because these do all sound fake. So
these are real.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Aren't these the kind of fake where it's how would you make that up?
Exactly.
The crying baby one is right on the line of it's not really funny enough for someone to have made it up. Right?
Yeah, but then that's what makes it more realistic,
That's true.
So
no, these are real.
Hand on the Pokedex? You swear?
Hand on Dexter itself. Yes.
All right.
Hand on Delia's forehead.
Okay, thank God. All right. She have a fever? Is she doing all right?
She's only hot where it matters, Kellan.
Jesus Christ. All right, moving on. Let's jump into some episodes. Ready? So let's do episode 174, Mountain Time.
Oof. So we're on the mountain range. Looking nice.
We sure are on a mountain range. It's crazy because that's the name of the episode is Mountain Time. So that it'd be weird if we weren't.
That could just refer to MST.
Yeah.
Mountain time, the time zone.
I think that's the joke. But it also could just be it's Mountain Time, baby. We're going to the fucking mountains. It's
Mountain Time. Time to be mountain.
So the episode's called Mountain Time. We're at a beach this week for some reason. No, we're not. That was just a joke, guys. Don't worry. We're in a mountain range. I got you there. All right. So we're in the mountains. Ash and Pikachu were doing the echo thing. That was pretty cute. I like that.
That was very cute. Yeah.
Pika, Pika.
At least it was when Pikachu was.
Yeah, Ash can fuck off. Pikachu just needs to do all the cute things, and I love it.
Pikachu can do things, and it's cute.
And the mountain air is just like so refreshing to them. Ash and Pikachu just like go running off for some reason.
They're racing each other. Yeah, Brock hypothesizes the fresh mountain air has them juiced up, as it should.
That shuckle juice from last week.
Oh, the shuckle juice makes them want to fuckle juice in the mountains.
So they're running off when Lederian zooms by. What's that thing? Oh, it's a Lederian. I just said it, but what is that thing? Crazy.
Well, let's talk about it. He dexes it here. All I learned is it evolves from Ledyba, which that was way back, another Johto episode, where that lady had a whistle and the ladybugs flew around, right?
The whistle stop.
And I remember learning that Ledyba, while cute and a good insect design, is hot garbage, right?
Yeah, we talked about it then. I'll say it again. Lederian is one of my favorite designed Pokemon, at least in Johto. And like all time, it's probably in the top 100 in terms of design. The only thing is that Lederian is fucking garbage. It's so bad, and it breaks my heart because I love its design so much.
What is awful about it again? Just the base stats?
It's just stats. Its stats everything. Are just terrible. The only good stat it has is special defense. But when you only have like one good stat and nothing to utilize that with, you're just worthless. It just can't do anything. Yeah, like it can take a special hit, but it's not going to do anything back. And if you hit it physically, it's got a quad weakness to rock. Like that's going to just kill it immediately. Lederian just can't do much of anything, really.
Poor Lederian.
Which is so sad because like you got to agree, its design is super cool.
Yeah, I'm into the design.
I love it.
Ledyba has a nice design, and then Lederian is like the little bit sleeker, built for combat looking model.
Yeah, it's like
a Super Sentai in there. That sort of Kamen Rider kind of look.
Kind of,
yeah, I'm into it.
It's got like a superhero kind of design influence. Like it's a superhero ladybug. It's cool. Yeah, I love it.
In case you didn't know what those things I said were, Kellan, that was the same thing, the same idea. We're on the same page. Kamen Rider, Super Sentai. It's like they're like Japanese live action superhero shows. It's like what Power Rangers was like ripped off of.
Yeah, you start talking like other anime and stuff, my brain just turns off.
Which is fine.
I don't know these words.
You know what? I like and respect that because I have to do that sometimes too, and it's a good way to get through the world.
Anyway, I do love Lederian. I just wish it was better.
Petition to make Lederian better.
Or it got a third evolution. That'd be cool too.
Third evolution could be the way to do it. Would you give it another type?
I don't think so. I think it can stick with bug flying. It's not a terrible type, but it just needs a boost in stats and a better niche.
And a big old Noctowl dick.
That too, yeah. Give it a gigantic, one of them big iron penises.
There you go.
Because its hidden ability is Iron Fist, so you could...
I can't think of that move straight
You could do something.
It'll Iron Fist you.
Yeah, it will. That's Lederian. Any other questions from the class?
Teacher.
Yes.
Can I go play?
I don't know. Can you?
May I?
There you go.
Fucker, I'm gonna cut off your head. Oh, no, I hate you.
No, you can't. We're in the middle of something.
What?
You can't go play. We're in the middle of something.
Oh, thank you.
No, you can't go play.
Oh, what? I'm gonna cut off your head.
We're in the middle of something.
Kid. Oh,
you're in the middle. You can't just leave the podcast to go play.
Oh, well, I'll just play with myself.
Oh, wait. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
So, anyways,
back to the episode. This Lederian is flying around, flies right into a blast of wind. Whoosh. And this is interesting, I guess. But it is, because then one of the sickest mustaches in the show shows up. We got Mustache Man and Boy, our favorite duo.
Yeah, so then Brock and Misty come along. They're like, where'd you go? And then they go straight to Mustache Boy and Kid's cabin. They are the Mountain Patrol, we learn.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is Benji. We never get the old guy's name. He's just his dad. So he's Benji's dad. And Brock was like, I bet that was a special training exercise for Pidgeotto. And Benji's dad's like, no, you fucking idiot. It's for Lederian. Come
Yeah,
on.
you got that all wrong, broccoli.
Jesus. And so Brock just like goes into his shell and hides for the rest of the episode.
Wait, was he bummed out by that?
No, he's embarrassed as fuck. He should have
He
been at
he
least.
he gets embarrassed by any time a woman says something slightly unflattering towards him.
Oh.
But not about this glorious mustache, man.
No, it is a great mustache. I'm jealous. I
Oh
can't.
yeah.
I can't grow a mustache to save my goddamn life. So it's unfortunate.
Well, enemies of Kellan, you found out how to defeat him. His one weakness.
You can't grow a mustache. No! Oh god. You've killed
What a
me.
terrible fate.
So no, this was for Lederian, this exercise, because they gotta fly through all kinds of harsh winds in these mountains for all kinds of emergencies. It's very important. Why you would use Lederian for this, I don't know, because they are terrible, but sure, if it works.
There's probably better Pokemon for this situation, but you have to think that some of these things evolved locally. Like, that's the Pokemon of the region, and that's, how the people adapted. So,
Yeah.
and then it just becomes cultural.
Yeah, so Benji's dad has to go down the mountain for whatever reason. He's like, oh, you guys can stay here if you'd like. Make sure to note, if you need me, just radio me on that radio over there. And then Benji goes to train the Lederian.
Yeah, I laugh because that was a pretty, obvious Chekhov's gun, right?
Yeah.
It zoomed in on it. There's a rat. You can get me. If there's trouble, make it double, then you can get me.
It's not really Chekhov's gun. It's more like we need some kind of logical reason for a thing later in the episode.
True.
So they just throw that in there. There is a way for you to contact me if you need it. Winks at the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
So Benji's training with the Lederian. It's flying through this course. Tries to fly a little faster every day. And then suddenly there's a big gust coming. But that's unusual. There's no gusts like that. Just naturally. No, we haven't seen one like that yet. But, Lederian's caught in a vacuum now. Oh, no.
So who is it, Kellan?
Well, one of them is like, what is that? Ash hits us with the line, it looks like trouble. Oh, cut to black. Dun, dun, dun. Cliffhanger. But
what is it? What is it? I'm so desperate to know.
It looks like trouble, because that's what it is. And make it double, that twerp is a whiz. It's a vacuum.
And the vacuum employers are dressed like cleaners this time.
Team Rocket cleaning up at the speed of light will take your dingy Pokemon and make them bright. I don't know why they're in cleaning outfits. Like, what was that theme here?
The theme was that they're cleaning staff, like they're janitorial.
But why? What does that have to do with anything around here right now?
Around here, nothing.
Exactly.
But it's just because of their vacuum, I think. I think it's and they've used vacuum so much before that it's, maybe forgettable. You're like, you don't think that it deserves a theme, but that is what they're going for, I think. They're like, it's like they suddenly realize vacuums have to do with cleaning.
Or maybe they came straight from their side gig of their new maid service.
I think they would do a good maid service.
Probably.
Although they would also steal from people's houses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to help themselves.
So maybe I take that back.
The Team Rocket, they're up to their dirty tricks. They may be tricky, actually, but not dirty. It's vacuum.
Oh.
They're using...
Gust attack, blow attack.
Gust attack, blowing vac.
Right.
That's what it is. It can blow and suck.
The best of both worlds.
I know, right? It blows Lederian back, and then they suck up Pikachu and Togepi into the little capsule. Oh no. And then they start flying off. Lederian tries to catch up with them, but they blow it back again. Oh.
Showing off both features of this giant vacuum.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna get away, but the winds start blowing again. These strong gusts carry the balloon off.
4 strong winds carry Team Rocket away.
The gang have to go get him, but Benji's like, no, don't! It's too dangerous! You'll get lost! Let me radio my dad, and then I'll take you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing subtle about this show.
Nope. So, stuck on a cliff face, we see Team Rocket's balloon.
Arguing, of course.
Yep. Jesse nearly throws James off the side in anger. But then the wind blows, the ropes are starting to break. It's not looking good. James tries to have Victory Bell use Vine Whip to get him to safety, but all it does is eat James. Ha 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 ha. The basket snaps, and they all fall. Pikachu and Togepi get released from the capsule because of this. and then the cliff spire that they're attached to falls to the ground and starts racing down the cliff towards a ramp in that old trope.
And this ramp was Sonic the Hedgehog as fuck.
Oh,
like,
my
where
God.
did this thing come from?
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
I got places to go.
Gotta follow my rainbow.
And we're following it right up this ramp. And they've landed safely. Okay, kind of. They're balancing on a spire now.
Perfectly balanced on a spire, a la another
Perfectly
trope.
balanced as all things should be.
Should be. Togepi is totally unfazed by all of this, though. He's just having a blast.
Togepi's pretty funny here.
I love Togepi.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of Mr. Magoo, a little bit of Mr. Bean going on here.
Yeah. The gang and Benji are searching, but a big rock fall blocks their path. They got to climb over. But Brock's like, nah, they could shift. And like, okay, but Brock, you have a giant rock snake. Couldn't you just like create a staircase out of that? You've done it before.
Like giant rock snake. Sorry, we were talking about huge penises.
Yeah.
It's hard to get them out.
So, but my point stands. Could have just used Onyx here. But
yeah, could have done some things for sure.
So they're gonna have to go a different way.
I like yes, they're gonna go a different way, and this alternative route is apparently kind of dangerous. And I like Ash's sweet sentence here: "Dangerous or not, we have to try." Because that's Ash.
Yeah,
that was Ash down in a sentence.
I'll throw myself into lava for my Pokemon.
I'll burn my dick off, and it's not even made out of iron.
It's gonna hurt like a bitch. So they come across the really sketchy rope ladder. The service road's at the top. Benji's like, no one's used this in forever, so I'll go ahead. I'll go first and see if it's doing all right. When I feel like you could have used one of your flying Pokemon to really test the strength, because if they fall, I mean, they fly. So,
I mean, yeah, they don't go over all options before they do something.
No.
However, that is a good call out just because Ash has really liked using Noctowl for random shit lately. So, a little surprised he doesn't pop up here.
Or you could even just, like, have Bulbasaur Vine Whip and, like, pull on the rope to see if it can really take some force.
Or they could use their giant rock snake instead of a ladder.
That too. Or Onyx. So.
Oh, hey-oh.
Hey. So Benji's gonna climb the rope. Seems all right. The little pins are in the cliff perfectly. So he gets to the top. Seems good. Gang can start climbing. They all start climbing at the same time. Feel like when you test it with one kid, it can hold the weight of one kid, and you're like, yeah, it can hold 3. That's good. That works.
I thought that was funny too. Yeah. It's like, what? Well, caution out the window. Let's go.
And the wind picks up, of course. Pulls the stakes out of the
cliff.
cliff.
A horse, of course.
Pulls the stakes out of the cliff. They start flying around. They're in danger. Danger, Will Robinson. They're holding on tight, but then the entire thing just kind of breaks off from the top of the cliff that it's anchored into, sending the gang to their deaths. Brutal, blunt force trauma to the head.
And the
kills them
episode
instantly.
Cuts right there. So for anyone who had to go eat supper at that point, they never got to see anything past that, and Ash has been dead all along.
Yep. They never caught up again somehow. But as we come back and Benji's holding on to the rope somehow, holding all of these children up, these 3 kids to his 1 kid.
Benji's fucking jacked. He's a mountain man.
Crazy, right? So Lederian helps to pull the ladder up. Noctowl comes out as well.
Yeah, there's Noctowl.
And they make it up in one piece, which is real.
One piece. He said one piece.
Yeah. But Noctowl and Lederian are fucking pooped, especially Noctowl, because he has not had the training that Lederian has here.
Yeah, and then Brock has a sweet sentence here. He goes, yeah.
But I love this because Noctowl just like he's sitting there exhausted, and then he just like falls on his back because he's so pooped. Just
oh yeah, it took a lot out of him.
That was great.
Noctowl hasn't done leg day in years.
No. Meanwhile, Team Rocket, they're hungry. Of course they are. They have no food, and if they try to get off the rock, they're goners. There's nowhere to go here. So, but we see James. He's eating a chocolate bar. Oh God.
Ooh,
yeah, then Jesse. They're upset. You got chocolates all the time? He's like, yeah, you guys ate yours yesterday.
Meowth reminds him, you ate half of mine yesterday.
So what? I live for today. I like that. That was a good
I
one.
like that. That's a sweet sentence. I live for today.
They're so upset with James that they're fighting him, big old dust cloud, and the rock becomes unbalanced. So we get another good old trope, the run back and forth to rebalance the deadly situation trope, which we've already seen in this show before.
I mean, it's a classic.
It is a classic.
I mean, Bugs Bunny didn't just stop doing it randomly one day, so why does Pokemon have to?
They're running back and forth. Eventually, we end up James and Victory Bell on one side, everyone else on the other. So it's balanced. But Togepi starts running over, misbalancing the whole thing, and then Wobbuffet pops out, and the whole rock falls in Wobbuffet's direction.
It almost looked for a second like Wobbuffet came out to balance perfectly, and then, oh no, he's actually way too heavy.
So they're falling to their death now. But Togepi, what's Togepi doing here?
Waving the fingers.
Of course.
Waving a hand.
Whipping and neighing. And suddenly, they're atop the rock spire again. Perfectly balanced on their rock.
As all things should
be. Huh.
Right on top, on the rock. Nobody knows what's going on, but Meowth is like, maybe someone used teleport.
Huh. Interesting.
Jessie has a better theory. She's like, that's fucking stupid. I think everything that happened was a dream. Okay.
Togepi eats chocolate.
That's less stupid. Yeah, and Togepi's the one that ends up with the chocolate. That should have made them suspicious.
Yeah. And so from this, I got a question from Tristan that I was kind of wondering myself. Tristan asks, why the hell would it teleport it, Pikachu, Team Rocket, and the Rock back to the exact same place where they started?
Well, it's actually very simple. It's very, very simple, Tristan. Togepi's a baby, and babies are dumb.
Babies are fucking stupid.
Any other questions? No, that is pretty fucking weird.
My theory is that this wasn't teleport. I think Togepi, 2 generations early, used Roar of Time and went back in time. I think she time machined them.
I'm into it. And Meowth's term of reference is teleport. But that didn't seem like a teleport. It seemed more like a stasis. Yeah, like a time dilate. I agree.
She used the recall power from Tears of the Kingdom.
The recall, yeah.
There you go.
I think so.
I'm going with that over Roar of Time. That's more fun. So
I think that's realistic.
Togepi using the Tears of the Kingdom runes or powers, whatever the fuck they're called.
Abilities. What are they called?
I think they're just like abilities because they were runes in the first game in Breath of the Wild, but they're not the same thing.
No,
in Tears of the Kingdom, I think they're just like abilities, powers, something that doesn't matter in the context of the situation.
I'm googling, and yeah, they might just be abilities.
I think they are just abilities.
Yeah, abilities. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Togepi used recall, Tristan. That's what happened there.
Yep, bingo. Moving on.
So, meanwhile, Lederian, on the hunt, spots everybody atop the rock surface, and then quickly go back to Team Rocket, who are just going back and forth, sliding down the rock because Togepi is running back and forth with Pikachu chasing her.
It's so cute. Fun.
That's so cute. Oh my god. I love Pikachu and Togepi's relationship.
Yeah, it's the cutest thing. Older, younger sibling kind of thing where Pikachu still, feels like a child, but Togepi's an even childer child.
So they're doing that when they hear the gang. You can hear their echoes. Pikachu, 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 Togepi. The gang's coming running in with Benji. Team Rocket's never been so happy to see anyone. And so Ash is like, I got this in the bag, guys. Bulbasaur, come out, use Vine Whip, go get him. But they're like a mile away.
Yeah, it won't reach.
Bulbasaur don't have that much Vine in him, Ash.
When she says keep going, but you as deep as you can be.
My question is, are Bulbasaur's vines like his long intestines? Is that what he's whipping out here?
I think they're actually his penises because
Jesus Christ.
No, seriously, because they got like seeds at the end. I think they're used for reproduction.
Sure.
Does it come from the bulb? Yeah.
Okay. So
but it's the plant's reproduction. The animal also has reproduction.
You didn't have to call it a penis then. It's plant's
What is a plant's penis called? A septum?
I don't know, and frankly I don't think I want to know.
Pollen? These are all words.
So the rock won't stay up much longer. So Ledion's ready to step in. Benji's like, no, the winds are too strong. And Ledion's like, dude, this is exactly what we've been practicing for.
This is what we've been training for.
Bruh.
So he dives in.
They're going to use a rope and a net. They're going to tie a rope to the two ends and then use like a big net on that rope to bring them down, kind of like a little gondola, like a ski lift.
Mm-hmm.
So they get everyone into the net, and they're slowly lowering it down. But then, oh god, the rock on top of the spire falls onto the rope. That's gonna mess everything up.
The rock, when the rock falls on your spire, that's my Tuesday. I don't know. Keep going.
But when the dust clears, Ledion's just holding the whole net in the air on her own. How the fuck?
You're the real rock all along, Lederian.
Okay, but so here's my question. How the hell is Lederian doing this? That is a lot of weight. Like, there are 2 grown humans in there.
I think that it's adrenaline. I think it's the whole mother-baby car thing.
We can surmise that because of the balancing act, James and Victreebel are equal in weight to Jessie, Meowth, Togepi, and Pikachu, correct?
Okay.
Okay, Victreebel is 34.2 pounds.
Okay, that's light.
Pikachu is 13.2, Meowth is 9.3, and Togepi is 3.3. So that's 12.6, 25, like 25.8 pounds of Pokemon. And so that's a 6-pound difference between just the Pokemon. So I think that's pretty
and Jesse's probably like 120, and James is probably like 150.
Yeah, like James and Jesse both, I think, are taller than your average 25-year-old. They seem taller, but they're...
Oh, they might be a bit heavier than what I said then. And Jesse's got like 300 pounds of hair.
Yeah, that's true. They do seem quite thin, though. So I don't
I mean, yeah, we've seen their nutrition. Like, it isn't...
Yeah. So they're on the lighter side of humans, but that's still like at least 250 pounds.
Yeah.
Of weight that Ledion's holding up. And Ledion's attack stat is like 35. And
is that what you think goes into lifting attack stat? I mean, I guess what else would,
but also like in the Pokeathlon in Heart Gold Soul Silver, there's a power stat, and Ledion's max power is at best 2 out of a possible 5 stars.
Ooh, that sounds low.
It's very low. So I don't know how Ledion's doing this. I don't buy it.
Okay.
I think this Lederian, I think Benji's got some of that shuckle juice, you know?
Oh, he's juicing.
I think he's juicing.
Everything's a lie. I mean, you know how in one of the previous seasons I was really obsessed with everything being dittos? Is this your conspiracy theory this season?
Everything's juicing?
The shuckle juice is like underground distribution. Like, it's reached all these cities, man. By the time we get to Eckerteak, it's too late. It's everywhere, dude. Ronald Reagan, clean up our streets.
Yeah, we get to Blackthorn, and the shuckle juice epidemic is just like run right through it.
The war on shuckle juice roars out of the 80s and has outcomes that span history forever. Like, we can't get away from it.
Old man Shuckle's the head of a new crime syndicate, like fucking Heisenberg levels shit.
Yeah, he's like waterboarding people in his other shed that he didn't show them.
Make you a dude smoothie.
Oh.
So I like this theory. This is a good.
I like this theory
spin-off.
too.
Yeah, but as they get close to the ground, Ledion's lowering them down. Team Rocket are like, we see our chance, go for it, and they net the Pokemon Pikachu and Togepi. They slice out of the net, and the gang are just pissed, or they're just like incredulous. They're like, seriously,
they're like, we saved you, you
come on,
bitches.
Yeah, Meow's like, yeah, we would have saved you if you was teetering on the brink of obliteration.
It's not our fault you have bad judgment, James says.
It's not your fault, you're a good person. Jesus.
Right.
So Weezing comes out, Lederian goes for the Comet Punch, but Victreebel, who's still out, Vine whips it away. She is exhausted.
Oof.
From all of this. So Bulbasaur tries to Razor Leaf, but a smoke screen, and we can't see anything. Team Rocket, they're gonna get away, guys, when suddenly... big gust of wind comes in.
5 strong winds blowing this time. There's Mustache Man himself and Pidgeotto to save the day.
And Lederian. The other Lederian.
Oh, the other Lederian. There's 2.
Yeah. And then we get a good detective line from Meowth this time. Pidgeotto blew our smokescreen away with Gust Attack.
That's what we saw, Meow. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. So you get that good music, battle music coming back up. Gust takes down Team Rocket's Pokemon, easy peasy. And then Benji and Dad are like, "You ready? Yeah, Lederian, use Swift!" Which
Attack.
which makes them release the net. Togepi, Pikachu get out. And then Pikachu uses Thunderbolt to light up the entire freaking canyon. And Team Rocket go blasting off again.
Wow, the boys in Bonanza really could have used you, Pikachu, getting rid of cattle thieves left and right. You would have been really great in the good old days.
But the sun is starting to set. We haven't even cut scenes. Like, it's just starting to set now, which is incredible.
Yeah.
I think that's great sunset.
It's an organic sunset. Is that better than a cut?
I would say so.
We rolled a natural.
Yeah.
A natural sunny.
A nat 20 for sunset. Yeah.
Oh.
But look in the sky. There's the first star of the night. Starlight, star bright. First star we see tonight. I wish I may. I wish I might. Wish the wish? Have the wish? No.
Wish that my spots glow.
That didn't rhyme. That was kind of lame, but okay.
Rhyming's cheap. That's what my English teacher always told me. Rhyming's cheap.
Nah. Rhyming when it's good, with good wordplay. Ooh, chef's kiss. You gotta get that flow.
Is that lots of people have rhymed, Kellan. I think what's interesting is to not rhyme when you could have rhymed. But then if that becomes too common, then we should rhyme again. I don't know. Life's so hard.
In terms of the history of the English language and it being spoken, I would say people rhyming is far less common than people not rhyming. You know,
but like in
people
poetry.
don't. Yeah, but that's when you do rhyme. You know, that's the special place for it.
Yeah, but
poetry and music and whatnot. And Hamilton.
Poetry doesn't need rhymes.
I disagree. I think that's a whole different thing.
Hard on this stance. Poetry does not require rhymes.
I think it should be a separate class of something.
Separate class of what?
Of writing. I think there should be rhyming shit, rhyming poetry, and then whatever the hell the rest of it is.
What are you talking about?
I think
hottest take.
That is not true. When I think the word poetry, I think rhyming.
Oh, that's just because you're a normie. You're like, first, like,
sure.
It's like people are like sci-fi. That means spaceships. Like,
exactly.
No.
Yes.
No, that's wrong, though.
I just think if it doesn't rhyme, it should be classified as something else.
I think that if you want to put aspects of art into these neat little boxes, you're missing the point.
I think you can just classify it as like spoken word, stuff like that.
Spoken word poetry.
No, you can just cut the word poetry out of there. You can just say
that's
spoken
the
word.
Phrase,
spoken word art. You can just call it that.
Oh my god. Speaky art.
Speaky
art word noises.
I think we call it that. That works for me. Speaky art word noises.
Well, what we were talking about, Ledians are glowing.
Something about fucking stars.
I've had enough of your take on poetry because this is amateur hour. I'm about to break my desk.
So, stars in the sky, shiny, so pretty. And then Ledian's back starts to glow, the spots. They're reacting to the stars. And the two Ledians take off and start sprinkling their magical Ledian dust around. It's pretty.
Is there any significance to this glowing thing?
It is noted in the Dex. When the stars flicker in the night sky, it flutters about, scattering a glowing pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But that's it. Like, it doesn't, like, do anything. It is lore relevant, though. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no gimmick on that or anything.
Okay, that's a nice touch-up.
Yeah. But this means that Benji is ready to be an officer of the mountain patrol, because the spots glowing means that it's trained enough or something. So, good job, Benji. You did it.
Yeah, so this 8-year-old gets promoted to officer. This is where we give him a gun.
And then from the narrator, I liked this one from the narrator.
Yeah, me too.
As the setting sun paints the mountains red, purple, and gold, our heroes reflect on their latest adventure. Tomorrow, they'll continue their journey with their hearts lightened and brightened by stardust. Ah!
That's a good one. Sweet
That's
sentence.
Nice, yes. And then at night, Team Rocket are back atop the spire again somehow.
They got recalled back.
Wobbuffet pops out, the rock falls, Team Rocket dies again. That's the episode.
So much death. So much suffering.
War.
All right, so...
War never changes.
The trope, you named a few tropes, which are definitely
Quite
relevant.
a few, yeah.
The one I was thinking of is on tvtropes.com is called the ridiculously difficult route, okay? Which is where there is a safe route, but often it's longer, so then people have to take the ridiculously difficult route where there's maybe like traps and all kinds of dangers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, cover your ears, Kellan.
Oh,
But
don't do
this
it.
happens in Lord of the Rings. They go over carriages and then have to go through the mines of Moria because that's kind of like a ridiculously dangerous path instead of the normal way around. But the other one I was thinking of, and I actually just, well, not thinking of because I just learned about this book, is an 1885 novel called King Solomon's Mines by Sir H. Rider Haggard. It's one of these from that era of like adventure novels where they have to go and explore in Africa, and it seems to be a thing from like English writers. That's like, oh, colonialism, the new exploring and all the dangers, blah blah blah. It was like a sense of adventure for English writers, anyways. And so it's one of those stories of like exploring like a dangerous mine. It turns out though, like one of the twists is that the main characters end up taking this like really dangerous route, but all the locals just take like the safer route that just like goes around everything, and they just didn't.
Nice. Good for the
Nice.
locals.
Good for the locals indeed.
All right, let's rate her.
Yeah, 4-board time. This is the plastic ping pong pitcher of objective rankings. It's a pitcher full of ping pongs, and we got categories on those ping pong balls. Kellan, pull a ball for us so we can categorize this sucker. We're going to do 2 per episode like usual. What do we got first?
I will say beforehand, as of recording this, I'm very disappointed that nobody in the comments last time really pulled for naming the new pay it forward category Mario's crazy jizz pill, but whatever.
Yeah, they don't care. They got bigger things to deal with. Like
first category will be
or something. I don't know.
Yeah, probably the power of friendship.
Ooh, okay. Lederian
Pretty
and
good
Benji.
for this one, I think.
Lederian and Benji. Team Rocket are turning on people a lot. That's anti-friendship. I mean, they're having to save Pikachu and Togepi.
Yeah.
Well, you said pretty good. What resonated with you about?
I think it's Benji and the Lederian.
It's Benji and Lederian, right?
Lederian was like, Benji, snap out of it, you idiot. We've been training for this shit. And Lederian saved the day because of how powerful it is and their bond. And then at the end of the episode, they're like, you guys are so bonded that Benji, you're a cop now. So I think it works.
Yeah.
So
power of friendship to become a cop.
Yep. 7.4.
6.
So
I'm a bit more of a stickler for wanting like, and we defeated you with the power of friendship.
Yeah. So that's 6.7 for power of friendship. Second category will be, here we go. It's our pay it forward rotations per episode.
Ooh, okay. So what rotated this episode, huh?
Did
I'm
anything
not sure
rotate?
actually? Because like the Lederian, that's not a rotating Pokemon. Like that's a wing flap.
My one thought, and I'm gonna go back and check it right now. When Lederian is first caught in the vacuum, it's like caught on its back, I think. So I can't remember if it was spinning around when it was doing that, or if it was just kind of solid.
Well, the other thing would be like, do the stars from a Swift, do they spin?
That too. Take a look at that. It would seem that Lederian is not spinning while being vacuumed, pushed against the vacuum.
It's not looking good.
Not looking good. We'll check the Swift.
They do not rotate.
God damn it.
They're static.
This is not looking good.
We have to find a single rotation to save this thing.
What about like right at the start when Lederian gets kind of fucked up by the wind?
Yes, he rotates a little bit.
Does a rotation?
3 times.
Does? Okay, that's good. Okay, so we got that. That's something. Is there anything else possibly?
He does do 3 entire somersaults.
Okay, so that's good. There's nothing that stands out though, like in on top of our head, and that's that's a knock against.
I mean, we had to research so hard. I think that it's just barely squeaking by, Kellan. I'm gonna give it a 0.5.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough. For you listeners, peek behind the curtain. So I would have cut a bunch of this shit out. We spent like 5 minutes going through stuff, looking for any kind of rotation.
Yeah, and the only rotation we could find was Lederian doing about 2.5 to 3 somersaults after getting gusted near the start of the episode.
And it took so long because my internet is just deciding to not work while we're recording. So that's cool.
Kellan is a hobbit, and he lives in a hole in the ground, and hobbits do not get fiber.
Except I do have fiber.
Then that's just fucked up.
Yep.
And your ISP is stealing from you.
Yep, probably. So you said 0.5. I mean, it is 3 rotations. I'm going to go 1. Give it at least
generous.
That. Yeah, I know, right? So that's 0.75 for that. Oof. Overall,
Yikes.
3.725 for mountain time. But rotations per episode stays in the 4-core.
It's saved.
It's safe for now. It whipped out that immunity idol.
Yes, saved.
Not today.
Saved.
Not today. All right.
Not today, Batman.
Let's jump into a frickin' banger. It's Wobbu-Palooza.
Yeah, this is a really fun episode. So the gang's finishing up a break. The Pokemon guidebook was left kind of sitting on the ground. Hey, Brock, did you forget this?
That was
suddenly,
pointless.
Tons of Wobbuffet just appear, like, we're here.
Okay, this whole guidebook thing, though. What was the point of that? There was no point. It was just sitting on the ground, and Misty was like, hey, Brock, isn't this your guidebook? And then Wobbuffet pops up. And we're like, oh, okay, we're into Wobbuffet now. Okay, that didn't do anything, but whatever. They're everywhere, these Wobbuffet. So the gang follows this grouping of... Okay, here's a question. This is from me. Let's brainstorm. What is a group of Wobbuffet called? What do you call it?
You know what? This is fucked up, Kellan. You know why this is fucked up that you're asking me this? Because we did not plan this. I have the exact same thing written in my notes to ask Kellan, what is a group of Wobbuffet called? I'm not kidding.
That's wonderful.
I have that written down. My only 2 choices were the obvious one, a buffet of Wobbuffet.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Or a strudel, just because that would be kind of fun. A strudel of Wobbuffet.
What about, because we talked about Wobbuffet's vibes, what if it's just a vibe of Wobbuffet?
A vibe of Wobbuffet? I'm actually into that. Oh, look at that vibe of Wobbuffet, man. All the Wobbuffet at the Grateful Dead concert. Maybe it's a Grateful Dead of Wobbuffet.
A Grateful Dead?
Look at that Grateful Dead of Wobbuffet.
A mosh pit of Wobbuffet?
A mosh of Wob.
Yeah.
A pot of Wob. A pit of Wob.
Okay, what's the official TKAD ruling, though?
A wimble of wobbles?
Oh.
Oh, no, I'll go with vibe,
That's
yeah.
Fun. A vibe of Wobbuffet? Yeah, so we got a vibe of Wobbuffet.
Just vibing along.
Just guiding the gang into town.
It's confusing because it's a noun and a verb for Wobbuffets.
Some
they can vibe and they are a vibe.
Yeah, with some, groupings of animals are that. A murder of crows.
Yeah, pride of...
Same idea.
No, that's not a verb.
No, pride. Yeah, pride works, yeah.
Does it?
Well, a pride is an emotion.
Yeah, but it's not
as well.
Verb, is it?
Well, I mean, same idea.
You can't pride.
Yeah, but you can have pride.
I pride it all over the place.
But you can have pride.
Yeah, which makes it a noun.
Same idea, just different classification in the English language.
Hey, you're the one who's very stringent for things being precise. And so all I'm doing is calling you on your incorrectness, and you're acting like a little baby, frankly.
I like putting
pissing
things
all over the place, and you're drinking your piss, and that's kind of weird.
I like putting things in boxes, sue me. I like organization and classifications.
Right, and I am telling you that the classification you just gave was incorrect.
How?
And you don't care that pride isn't a verb.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on that.
Oh,
I'm saying that like this idea of a verb being also a noun is like the same idea of pride also being a noun as well as an emotion. It's the same concept.
Oh,
just a different type of word.
At once?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So go listen to me more. Jeez, I got things to say.
I am listening, and you're wrong. But
I'm
glad I
wrong,
listen.
though.
But you are.
I'm
It's
definitely
still
not.
a noun. It's still a noun.
Well, yeah, but then so is a murder in that situation. It's still a noun there too.
Yeah, it's a noun when it's describing the pack.
Yes.
Yes. So what is the other thing that it is? Is a verb.
Yes.
And pride isn't a verb.
But it also works as an emotion. But
it works as an emotion. I get that.
Like it's, you know what I'm saying. Anyway.
I actually do know what you're saying, but that was extremely fun for me. Maybe too fun.
Oh man, you just hate when I'm right about something.
No, actually, you perceive me to hate when you're right so much that you will not be wrong.
Sure.
Even when
yeah.
I'm right. I don't know where this is going.
Nowhere.
Strudel
Fast.
of Wobbuffet. No, it's a vibe of Wobbuffet.
The vibe of Wobbuffet.
I like that name. Yeah. Man, these things, they vibe out. Like when they flock around.
Oh,
when they
my
vibe
God.
around. When they flock out.
They're
Flock
vibing
out with their cocks out.
they're vibing all over town as well, though, because like some are just like swinging on swings. Like I never knew that I needed a Wobbuffet on a swing before in my life, but now that it's here, I'm so happy.
Yeah, wouldn't it be a good decor in your lawn to have like
Oh my
a
God,
little
yes.
tree with a swing and a Wobbuffet?
I need that. Oh my God. Fuck tacky lawn gnomes. Give me a Wobbuffet
Give me a Wobbuffet.
swing.
A garden wob.
So good. Oh, that's a great idea. Anyway, we're in Wobbuffet Village, which is my kind of town. This is great.
If you know what I mean.
But it's called that because everyone has a Wobbuffet here. They did a really great job naming this place. Really creative.
It's perfect. I mean, you can't get better than that. And it's like they're so into it and they're not even sick of it. Like, what I would have liked to have seen is the one teenager who's like super over Wobbuffets, who has like a Rattata or something, or has like Eradicate. And they're like, man, I'm so sick of Wobbuffets. My family's fucking ridiculous. They think I'm a black sheep. Like, fuck.
But this guy that welcomes them to town, I don't believe we ever hear his name, but his name is Norio.
Okay.
He's wearing a Wobbuffet shirt, as does everybody, during the Wobbuffet Festival.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. They have one every year to celebrate Wobbuffet. I think they should do it monthly, honestly.
I mean, they're loving it so much. But
exactly.
Too much of a good thing. Yeah, who knows?
Meanwhile, Team Rocket have also stumbled into the same town. They're starving. Meowth wants a cold cut platter. Same. James wants a hot buffet. And then
why go for a hot buffet when you got
Wobbuffet?
Yeah.
But Wobbuffet pops out, and then many pop out from the forest. And then this lady comes along. We'll hear her name later is Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
And she compliments them on their fine Wobbuffet. They're wonderful looking, healthy Wobbuffet.
Sturdy, turgid, beautiful Wobbuffet.
She thinks Team Rocket are visitors to the festival, and they've come from afar with their Wobbuffet to celebrate with all the townsfolk, and invites these strange people into her house immediately.
She's nice to a fault, man.
Mm-hmm. And then we get a shot of Wobbuffet sitting on a chair, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
I am a simple man. You put Wobbuffet on a chair, I'm happy. I love it.
I think that's a good take, because that's a good reminder, Kellan, that, we dive into the lore, we look at the game mechanics, but at the end of the day, I think what really appeals for Pokemon fans, and correct me if I'm wrong, is the simple designs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the cute, appealing designs. And when you get a good design like Wobbuffet in just a comfy situation, like it hits what Pokemon's all about.
Yeah, like you look at Wobbuffet, and you don't think that thing can sit, right? Like it looks like its default position is standing, and it will always stand. You don't think of it as having like a butt that it'll sit on.
It's true.
Because it's not designed to sit. But when it does sit, it's very funny.
Does it actually have a butt?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't really know. Wobbuffet anatomy. That could be wild.
Any Pokemon anatomy, honestly. And it's all crazy.
Yeah, most of them, yeah.
There's only like 2 Pokemon that you can actually see their buttholes, so.
Do you know them off the top of your head?
Torchic and Whismur.
Oh, this is a real thing? This is
Yeah.
like trivia?
I don't know. I don't think they're canonically their buttholes, but they sure look like it.
Let's go for it. This is trivia coming at you. This would be like when you're sitting in the movie theater before the movie starts and like random trivia's on the screen. And it's like, did you know that Nicolas Cage's son is named Kal-El after Superman? Like that kind of thing. It's like, did you know Torchic and Whisper are the only Pokemon who canonically have buttholes? That would be great.
I did not know that. Thanks, Cineplex.
Yeah. Well, that's perfect. Now I'm just going to enjoy this showing of the Human Centipede. Perfect.
Aw, gross. Yeah, Wobbuffet's sitting on a chair. Team Rocket are talking to themselves. They're like, I don't get it. Why would everyone in town want a Wobbuffet? What could they possibly be thinking? Not much, I guess. Good one.
Burning. I mean, they're still hating the Wobs, kind of, even though, like, it's treating them so well.
Wobbuffet constantly proves them wrong, and they still hate him. and it hurts me. But Lulu gives them a bunch of food. But so now they're like, oh my god, Wobbuffet, you're the best. I love you. You got us
they
food.
ham it up. They ham it up for Ham. They're pretending to love Wobbuffets now. Wobbuffet is eating as well, which I thought was cute. Yeah. And Jesse's just, oh, we're lucky to have Wob. And their Wobbuffet is wearing like a yellow ribbon. And that's how they're going to like separate out the Wobbuffet we know from the vibes of Wobs.
From all the other Wobbuffet, yeah. This is so silly though, because Lily's putting the thing on and Team Rocket are just like just laughing at him.
Stupid, yeah.
He looks great. He's styling.
He looks cool. He's cool.
Looking fresh as fuck, man.
Actually, like if you could like add on little things to your Pokemon, like in a game, I would put that. I would put that tie.
It would be cool if like because there's so many held items in the game. It'd be cool if some of those items were like aesthetically put onto your Pokemon. Yeah, it'd be neat.
Yeah, there might have to be some kind of censoring or like modes online for like my giant Noctowl penis appendage, which I definitely need. But I get what you're saying.
I don't think they would put.
But this is like really important for me, Kellan.
I don't think they would make Noctowl's giant penis a held item.
No, like really big, like absolutely massive. I need this, Kellan. It's okay.
Like he can perch on that thing.
Yeah, like he can like drill a hole. Like
oh Jesus,
he can mine for oil. Like this is a world ender.
Anyway,
we've got fracking warnings in Johto. Earthquakes are caused by Noctowl's giant wing. Thank you. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
She gives it the headband. They're laughing at him, but he looks great. They're going to go now see the festival symbol, which is this giant-ass Wobbuffet made out of, like, paper mache or something.
It seems like paper mache. It has, like, a structure underneath that we'll see that is some kind of wood structure, I guess. I think it's paper mache on top.
Yeah. It's a big Wobbuffet, and then we see 3 shadowy figures atop a cliff who are like, they're ready for the festival. But not for us. We're evil. We talk like this. That's how you know we're evil.
And you can't see our faces right away to really ham in the evilness.
And we're going to send out our Pokemon. And it's a Hitmonlee and a Machoke and a Primate.
Because fighting Pokemon are badass.
Yeah.
Man. Fighting Pokemon more like give me your money punk Pokemon.
Money Punkamon. You can keep that one in your back pocket for later. So, in the village, Misty is pushing a Wobbuffet on a swing, which is amazing. Pikachu is chasing one around. They're playing. Amazing as well. Ash and Brock are chilling under a tree with a bunch of them, including 2, like, really tiny ones. Like, little baby Wobbuffets.
Little baby Wobbuffets.
Oh, that's great. Even though that brings up questions, because in Gen 3, Wobbuffet gets a baby form. So, what is this? Who knows?
That's actually messing with my head a little bit, Kellan.
Who knows?
Did we ever see baby Pikachus before Pichu was introduced?
I don't think so.
Huh.
I don't believe we did.
This might be the first baby paradox in Pokemon.
It could be. There's plenty of those, though.
Oh, are there? Okay.
Oh, yeah. We'll see some more soon.
Baby paradoxes. I think we could craft like an elaborate theory for why the baby paradox happened. Like there were 2 realities asunder, one where there were not why nots and one where there were, and then at some point the realities they merge in and out like some kind of spatial dilation, like we're talking interdimensional aliens, lizard people, global reform, man behind the curtain, the usual,
yeah, government's all lizards, stuff like that.
That's where else would the lizard people be except for in the government? Exactly. It's only logical, Spock.
Yeah, it really is. So, someone comes running in. And they're like, "Oh God, Annie's Wobbuffet's been attacked!" And we go to Annie, and her Wobbuffet's fucking dead.
It was a real Lassie moment.
Yeah,
Annie's Wobbuffet's been attacked. Somebody.
So they go over to Annie, and Ash is like, "Annie, are you okay?
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay,
Annie?" They were playing by the river when they attacked, the ominous they, and there's another Wobbuffet over there too. The 3 of them just came out of nowhere. And Ash like, the 3 of them?
3, do you say? This is a pretty funny subversion, Kellan, because normally they're clueless about Team Rocket, and the one time that they are accusatory in a predictive sort of way, well, we'll see where this goes.
You just know that if this was Team Rocket, and this guy was like, yeah, these three people came over, 2 of them were in white clothes, one of them had really long pink red hair, And one was a talking Meowth. Ash would be like, huh, who could that
Imagine
be?
that, a talking Meowth.
Interesting. No
Stranger
idea.
Things goes off walking. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Now I've heard of everything, you know?
Exactly.
So now we see Team Rocket. They're sneaking around around the building where all the food for the festival is. And they're going to steal all the food. James is like, I don't know. I feel kind of bad for stealing the food from the people that like fed us. And
We're just cutting out the middleman.
Yeah, we're just cutting out the middleman. It's fine. But suddenly the twerps come up on them. And so they hide behind tiny little bushes. Flawless disguise.
But Ash is weirdly smart in the wrong kind of way this episode. And because I feel like this is the kind of thing that would work in other things too, in other episodes. Hide behind these stupid little bushes, and Ash is like, I can see you fuckwads. I know what you're up to. You're attacking people. And it's funny because, like, they are in the middle of committing a crime.
Yeah.
But it's the wrong crime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ash is like, don't treat me like the idiot I've been for the last 175 episodes.
Exactly.
So they're accusing Team Rocket of this. Team Rocket are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Lulu comes along, and Ash is like, these three are troublemakers. They're big troublemakers. They're doing all kinds of stuff all the time. And Lulu's like, do you have any proof? And Ash is like, no. And so Lulu's like,
the gang's like, they're bad. That's our proof.
And so Lulu's like,
no, they're nice.
I've known these guys for like 5 minutes. They are perfectly upstanding human beings and a Meowth. So they can crash at my place if they need. So, because I love them, and I want them to be my children, and I'm going to adopt them.
Maybe there's some kind of weird destiny here around people who like Wobbuffets actually being wholesome, and Team Rocket, when it's right in front of them, right? Like, if they accepted Wobbuffet into their hearts fully, they would become upstanding members of society. They would just be like awesome homies, right? The vibes would infect their brain, and they would be vibe zombies, but in a good way. But it's because they still have a little bit of disdain that it's keeping them away from the straight and narrow.
I think that Lulu is far too welcoming, and we need to check her basement.
That would be a heck of a twist. That Lulu's a serial killer. And if this episode had gone a little bit differently, like Jesse and James would be in a whole different situation. Like fed to the pigs. Fed to the Wobbuffets.
It's a whole thing. Oh my god, we're uncovering the conspiracy.
Never trust someone who owns a Wobbuffet farm.
Never. Oh man, there's a CSI spinoff here we could figure out. CSI Wobbuffet Village. Dun, dun.
I heard of someone who's written murder mysteries in Pokemon universes before.
Yes, interesting.
Maybe we got something there.
Anyway, so
Wobbuffet Among Us.
Dun, dun. Yeah, Lulu offers them a place to stay, and then another person comes up, and she's like, another Wobbuffet was just attacked. Ah, God. And so we gotta like go figure that out. And Ash is like, I still don't trust you. Team Rocket's like, bitch, you owe us an apology. And they give the weakest apology anyone could ever give.
Yeah, we're like, well, we don't trust you, but you're innocent. But we don't trust you.
Yeah, they say you're sorry. Ash's like, we made a mistake. Brock's like, sorry it happened. And that's it. And they run off. But that's good enough for Team Rocket because they can get back to stealing now. Where we go to the symbol, the festival symbol, there's been more attacks. And it's those evil hooligans. 3
fighting Pokemon thugs. Damn.
And we get a detective moment that they point out. Because Ash is like, so you're the 3 who've been attacking all the Wobbuffet here. And one of them goes, that's right, Sherlock. Right, well done.
That's awesome. Well done. Yeah. So the characters in the episode are catching on to the same kind of tropes that we catch on to. These thugs aren't so bad, Kellan.
Yeah, they know their old English literature.
Right.
But I got a question then from Alex because of this, who asks, Sherlock, Ash is called Sherlock in this episode, which means Sherlock is canon to the Pokemon universe.
Yeah, we know.
What Pokemon do you think Sherlock had?
Oh, that's a good
That's the question.
I thought we were going to go that whole route. So for those who maybe haven't listened to some very old TKAD episodes, we had this whole idea that England and then like English literature is all like a kind of a fantasy world within Pokemon, because there's been other references to old school English stuff like Shakespeare, for example. But this is fun that like there's actually a Sherlock story that was written in like in Sinnoh, and people love it there. And what does he have? So okay, so what Pokemon does he use to solve crimes? Is the Pokemon his Watson, or does he also have a Watson? Both of them have Pokemon.
Well, that was the second half of the question. Alex also asked, "Do you think him and Watson both had Pokemon in the stories?" So we can give one. We can give each of them a Pokemon.
Okay, well, Watson I can start with almost easier. Like he's like a army medic was the idea. So I think Watson would have like a Chansey maybe.
That's boring. All the Nurse Joyce have Chansey. We need something to spice it up a little bit.
Okay, you know more Pokemon than me. What do you got, Kellan?
I don't know. You do something. You figure it out. You learn Pokemon.
That's how he lashes out to stall so that he can brainstorm. Brilliant. Well, like, okay, for the Sherlock, what instantly popped into my mind was some kind of dog Pokemon. And I'm thinking of that, like, it's in black and white, I think. The furthest evolution of that terrier thing. It's
Stoutland?
like yes, I think that kind of looks like it just looks so British.
Incorrect. There is one obvious Pokemon that Sherlock would have.
Okay.
And I will send you a photo of it, because I assume you don't know this one.
Kellan is incapable of going, that was a good idea, Graham. I like your contributions. Here's another one. Incorrect, fucko.
Okay, but you're going to agree with this, because this Pokemon in the Dex is labeled as the stakeout Pokemon. It's Gumshoes.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
It's a detective.
Because that's like supposed to be Sherlock.
Yeah, he would have one. Come on.
But you accused me of saying Chansey's boring. This is also boring if it's literally supposed to be Sherlock Holmes. Okay, what is this thing called so listeners can look it up? Because this is interesting. Gumshoes.
Yeah, as in Gumshoe, a detective.
It's literally a detective. Yeah.
It's also the one everyone was like, oh my god, it looks like Trump.
It unfortunately does kind of have a comb over, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we can go with Chansey. I mean, it was Graham, that was a great addition that you gave us here. A great suggestion.
Oh,
Chansey.
Thank you. I would like to see this thing, though, as the Pokemon World Trump, and to see what kind of antics it gets into in various situations. We got the best Elite Four in our region.
We got the best Elite Four. We're going to put up a wall between Kanto and Johto. And Kanto is going to pay for it.
And all the Raticates, beautiful Raticates. Beautiful Raticates. We kiss them, people. Kiss the Raticates.
Some, I assume, are good people.
On both sides, people. The Raticates on both sides are good people.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I didn't know Watson was like an army medic, so...
Well, they did that in the BBC Sherlock series. They filled that in, and I think I'm pretty sure that's something from the novels, but I'm not 100% sure.
Anyway, yeah, great suggestion, Graham. Fancy, amazing.
I don't know if I like you saying
you're really good at that.
I had to point it out. Go back to insulting me.
It makes for better content. Come on.
This is weird. You being sugary. I regret it.
I think Chansey's kind of boring. Give him the baby. Give him Happiny. Like it's cute little Chansey.
Yeah, so. That's fun. Let's get back into the episode, right? So we got the Sherlock moment.
I don't think these three even have names. They're just noted as Wobbuffet Festival Crashers.
Fucko, Bucko, and Chucko.
Fucko, Bucko, and Jim.
Yeah, Fucko, Bucko, and Jim. Yeah. Fucko and Bucko and Jim from The Office.
Actually, according to their character of the day page on Bulbapedia, the closed captions on Prime Video refer to them as Pretty Boy, Greaser, and Red Spikes.
I like that.
Yeah.
The ultimate Triforce.
I have finally the Triforce of Grease. I have it.
You had the Triforce of Pretty Boy all along, like.
I got the Triforce of Red Spikes. That's the lame one.
That's the lamest one.
So, they think that this village deserves to get beat up because they're weak. And Ash is like, you assholes, bastards. But then the other dude, what was his name? Norio.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yes.
Yeah, Nario, yeah.
Norio Jenkins. He remembers these three. They were here like a year ago, beating up houses and windows and smashing shit.
I didn't think of the other thing that happened on the festival that was dramatic and relevant.
Well, this wouldn't
until
have
right
been
now.
this wouldn't have been on the festival though, for reasons we'll hear in a bit. But
Oh, right.
Lulu came along and they totally underestimated Wobbuffet because she retaliated with counter and mirror coat, and it sent them running off like little babies, little piss babies. But now they're back.
Now Norio's running to try to get Lulu and Jenny, he yells.
Yeah, and so one of them says, "You beat us once, but you won't do it again. It's payback time." And then I think it's either Ash or Brock that goes, "So that's the reason they came back, to get revenge." Ash just said that. He literally just said, "It's payback time." And Ash is like, "Oh my god, that's why they're back."
Yeah, he has to translate the idiom. He's like, look, I know for stupider people, you might think that he's literally trying to repay a financial debt, but actually it's slang for him wanting to invoke revenge.
The guy says it's payback time, and Ash turns to the crowd. He's like, for anybody who doesn't know, payback is actually a synonym for revenge.
And not just a move that Meowths can learn. No, that's payday.
That's payday. Payback is a move, though.
Oh, cool.
So you were close.
I was close.
It's payback time, aka revenge, for anyone who didn't understand that. They're not going to go anywhere till they whip every Wobbuffet in town. Meanwhile, Team Rocket have sacked all of the food, and when they
can hold a Team Rocket festival with all these eats.
When they see Lulu and Officer Wobbuffet run by. Wobbuffet in a Officer Jenny hat. Incredible.
Yeah, that's great.
Ash is ready to step in and fight, so are Brock and Misty. 3-on-3 battle. Ash is like, you can fight Pikachu and me. Crashers are like, why would you do that? And Brock and Misty step in, and then Ash is like, go, Chikorita!
That's weird.
Why did you say you can fight Pikachu? I'm pretty sure, yeah, he says...
he says Pikachu.
If you want to prove how tough you are, have a battle with me and Pikachu first. And then they like go back and forth, and then Brock and Misty step in, and they're like, oh yeah, 3-on-3 battle. And then Ash just sends in Chikorita.
He changed his mind. I like Misty's line here. She goes, we'll show you just how brave you aren't.
Oh, that was good. Go on, Misty. You got it. There's 3-on-3. Poliwhirl and Golbat come out. And Hitmonlee goes for the rolling kick. And Chikorita goes for the Vine Whip. But, oh, whistle. Tweet, tweet. Stop this. Ah!
Stop the fight.
No one's battling anyone, says Jenny.
And now this is confusing, but we're getting filled in now live on the scene by correspondents, but it turns out that fighting is illegal in this town.
Only during the festival, though. It's prohibited during the festival.
This festival, Pokemon battles are outlawed. We honor Wobbuffet not attacking first by not attacking at all.
Yeah. Wobbuffet never attacked first. So to honor that spirit, the founders of the festival forbade Pokemon battles in the village during this time. That's the tradition, and nobody's going to break it.
There you go.
Yeah. They're not going to fight back by all of this. And that's why all the Wobbuffet have been getting their asses whooped.
But the thugs don't care about rules because they're thugs.
Jenny and Lulu are like, you can't fight. It's against the rule. And the thugs are like, we don't fucking care about your rules.
It's like, we're criminals.
And Jenny and Lulu do the shocked Pikachu face.
We're
like,
assaulting people. Haven't you been following?
But Jenny and Lulu are just like, wait, but it's the rule. You can't.
But it's the rules.
What? You can't break. How do you break a rule? That doesn't make any sense. And the criminals are like, I'll fucking kill you. I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
The Crashers are like, okay, fine, we'll follow your rules. We won't have a Pokemon battle. We'll just destroy your festival symbol. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
So the Pokemon just start punching and kicking pieces out of this Wobbuffet stage.
But Team Rocket are watching in. This is kind of hurting them. They're like, man.
Yeah, I can't believe what's going on.
These people were so hospitable to us. And now they're not even going to fight back. We got to do something about this. And Jesse's like, nah, fuck them.
James connects with it. They love and respect Wobbuffet. Wobbuffets must hate seeing this. Meowth, yep, the people are here. They're so nice to us. Oh my god, what's going to happen?
You see the fighting Pokemon keep tearing up the symbol. Pikachu, Ash forgets the rule for a moment. He's like, Pikachu, do something. And Lulu's like, no, don't. We got to let him commit arson because we can't fight during the festival. We'll let him kill all of us before we break this rule.
will die while they destroy the town as the Lord intended.
It's about the principle of the matter, you know?
Yeah.
And suddenly a bomb. Boom. Kadoosh.
Yeah, dropping bombs right into the champ.
Prepare for trouble, we're on the way. Make a double, we'll save the day. That's a really weak one, but Jesse and James kind of tell them off. They're gonna stand up for the town that stood up for them.
We're the kind of gang who chases gangs like you out of town.
Oh, that was a good one. No one here cares about the rules, so they'll fight. Team Rocket will fight these thugs.
Yeah, because they're rule breakers and the thugs are rule breakers, so the two wrongs make a right.
They understand. They understand the concept of rule breaking. Yeah. So Arbok and Victreebel come out, which Victreebel eats Meowth this time.
What a subversion!
Wow, crazy.
So subverted. We've got subversions on subversions.
Mm-hmm. So Hitmonlee goes for the rolling kick. Arbok tackles Machoke. Karate chops Victreebel, who bounces back with a razor leaf. But they get punched away by Primeape. Oh god! So Arbok goes for Wrap. This whole time the gang's like, hold on, they're helping. What is going on?
We've categorically decided that they are criminals, and now they are helping. And these two worldviews, the black and the white, they're not getting along. The blue and the red, what are we doing?
So, the gold and the silver. So, Arbok goes for the Wrap. And Hitmonlee goes for the high jump kick with his knee. That's not a kick, Hitmonlee, but okay. This was the best bit. Because I believe the only times we've seen Seismic Toss are with Charizard, who's a flying Pokemon. And so he grabs the Pokemon and he flies around the earth and then drops him. And so when Machoke goes for a Seismic Toss, he also starts flying around the earth, which is just hilarious.
That is really funny. Because it kind of doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
But at the same time, I didn't question it. Because I was like, that's Seismic Toss for you.
Seismic Toss gives your Pokemon a whole new understanding of what gravity is. And so...
It's true.
So yeah, it does that to Victreebel. Team Rocket's Pokemon are knocked out. They're like, oh shit, these guys are pretty tough.
Yeah, Victreebel does that nice eyes popping out animation we love.
But now Wobbuffet steps in. Wobbuffet's gonna stand up for this town full of his people. And the thugs laugh. They're like, Wobbuffet? That totally didn't fuck us up last time.
Wah wah.
They've learned nothing. So Lee goes for a jump kick, gets countered.
Oh my god. This Wobbuffet is counter. I never would have guessed.
And then Machoke goes for a Seismic Toss, which was definitely a mistake, and this is supposed to be Karate Chop, but it gets countered.
I was interested that you can counter a throw.
It's a physical move. You can counter any physical move.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
Yeah.
That's a fighting game thing. You'll learn about it when you grow up, Kellan. Don't worry.
And then Primeape goes for a Fury Swipes, which also gets countered. Oh my god. And all the Pokemon are knocked back, and the thugs are like, what are we gonna do? That's the line. That's what they say.
That's funny.
They're like, we can beat it if we attack it together. So all of our Pokemon...
Gonna change?
I don't know your logic here, but sure, they all go in for the attack, and Wobbuffet counters all of them, and the Pokemon just go blasting off again. And then...
There you go. So what should have they done, Kellan? Used, Bubble or something?
I don't freaking know, man. They needed...
Right, is that what you gotta do? Use a special move?
No, because special moves can get countered by Mirror Coat.
Oh, but this Wobbuffet was using counter over and over. So if you think it's going to use counter, you use a special move, right?
Yeah. You could also, you got to buff yourself up against a Wobbuffet. That's kind of the trick. The trick against Wobbuffet is either whittle its HP down by stuff like Toxic, or put it to sleep so it can't attack. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or buff yourself up to enough that that one attack will take Wobbuffet down. That's the other.
I see.
That's the other strategy.
Nice.
But they didn't do that because they're stupid, idiot criminals.
Yeah.
But Lulu gets the last word in. Well, looks like the battle's over. Will you be staying for the festival, boys? Oh, and then they run away. They're like, God, no! Crazy.
You're a winner, Wobbuffet, James declares.
Wow, Wobbuffet. I knew you could do it. No, you didn't. You just talk shit about Wobbuffet all the time. But Lulu thanks them. Jenny's still pissed off, though. She's like,
You broke the rules, fuckos.
You fought during the festival. That's not allowed. Oh, my God. And so Team Rocket are like, you know what? Rule breakers have to be dealt with. So we're just gonna head off. We're just gonna leave.
Best of luck. Thank you. And I thought they said that really menacingly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so they leave in their balloon, but they don't go quite far enough to lower their crane down and show everyone that they're stealing the food.
All of the food. So long, suckers!
They just needed to park that food like a mile away.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have gotten caught here. I think they like to get caught. I think they have a persecution fetish.
Oh, no, they absolutely do. They're self-defeating at every step. Yeah.
But so the gang and Jenny run off against them. Staryu comes out to tackle the balloon. It goes down. They get confronted. Arbok and Weezing come out, and they're like, you guys can't fight us, so we're going to get away with this. And Jenny's like, nah, you can't fight in the village.
Oh, loophole. Loophole 5. Cops loving loopholes. Hell yeah.
Oh my god, we got him. And Team Rocket
Shoot him,
like,
boys.
Pikachu whips out his AK-47. So starts spraying and praying. So they go, Pikachu thunderbolts them immediately, and they go blasting off again. Woo. And then we go to sunset. Amazing sunset.
Oh yeah.
The town.
And this scene's basically just like, why don't you stay for fireworks?
Yeah, basically. They invite him to stay for the festival, so they party, they get fucked up, and then atop
the narrator's like, they're gonna feel that tomorrow.
So atop a precipice, then we see Team Rocket. They're mourning their loss of food, friends, and a festival. They could have just been good for one day, and they would have gotten all of that. Mm-hmm. But they still have Wobbuffet, which is the biggest prize in my books. And that's the episode.
All right. So the TV trope I'm looking at is called Attack of the Town Festival, which is this cliche where there's a festival going on in the town, and that's the time it gets attacked. Like by like a monster or a serial killer is common, right? Or that kind of thing. Now, I learned of this book by Clive Barker called In the Hills, the City, okay? And it's part of, I think, an anthology called Books of Blood, horror story. This fucked with me, Kellan. Apparently in this story, it's a subversion of that trope where it's the festival season. The town itself becomes the killer.
Oh my god.
Because the festival in this town is that there's two towns right beside each other. And what they do is they build basically giant golems out of people. Like 40-story high statues made out of people. And as the people move, it can move. But one of the towns, what happens is it falls over and like a whole bunch of people die. And in the frenzy of that and the trauma, the rest of the people instantly go insane and just become a giant towering monster. And then that town attacks the other town.
What?
Yeah. Attack of the Town Festival. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I got one.
Okay.
The Berenstain Bears and the Honey Festival. They're having a big honey festival, right? And then suddenly Godzilla comes in. It was a really weird crossover, but Godzilla comes in and the town has to band together.
Because Godzilla loves honey.
Yeah, Bear Country has to band together to, defeat Godzilla with friendship though, because they're not violent. Right. Berenstain Bears can't be violent, so they gotta quell Godzilla, and they're like, we're all kind of the same. We all love honey, so we can be friends. And Godzilla's like, you know what? You right, homie.
And then Grandma and Grandpa have a three-way with the rodeo clown.
Yep. That was the after credit scene in the book.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Anyway, let's rate.
Yeah, 4-part time. Hit me. What do we got first?
All right. First category will be, oh, goodness, it's the Swamp Ash.
Oh, so when has Ash changed his underwear last? And we rank this higher, like
if
the dirtier we think his crease is, right?
Yes. Now, we did start the episode with them on a break, so I feel like Ash probably changed his underwear there, but how many pairs of clean underwear does he have? That's the real question.
It's been quite a long time since we've seen Delia.
Yeah, when did they do laundry last? When was the last time we were at a center? That's kind of like the big question here. The big questions are, when was the last time we saw Delia? When was the last time they were at a center? And when was the last time we actively saw, like, some sort of cleansing thing, like a tub or a shower?
So the last time we saw Delia was movie 3.
Yes.
Right?
So it's been a while since then. The last time we did see a center in last week in Power Play. So they did utilize probably a public restroom at some point.
There's definitely have been some water themed episode, Hook, Line, and Stinker, and a hot water battle.
Yeah, but Hook, Line, and Stinker is all about fishing. I feel like you don't get very clean when you're fishing.
I think you get dirty fishing.
You start smelling like
water
fish.
Battle. I think we saw Ash clean up though, right?
A little bit. Yeah, that was like a break episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, we're gonna chill here for a bit. And yeah, Ash didn't actually do much in that episode. He just hung out in the hot spring and was like, wait, where the hell did my Pokemon go?
So that one, I think he actually did clean himself.
He probably got a little clean there. So I think I don't.
But how long ago is that now?
It's been a few weeks in terms of our timeline.
Yeah, and remember in A Better Pill to Swallow, he had like 10 cheeseburgers, shit his pants.
Yeah. No, because, in Power Play, he ate. He was eating a shitload too because he needs to. His regimen for Gary. I think that probably caught up to him.
I think he's got somewhat dirty underwear. I don't think this is like an abysmal,
It's no gangrene.
It's no shard attack. Yeah,
No.
Exactly. It's
no Jurassic Shark,
Perineal gangrene. Jurassic Shark. That's a good.
Thank you.
But it's a little musty.
There's some skid marks, I think. Some
there
marks.
might be a skid mark. There's at least some musk. There's at least a stank going on.
If you get really close, you can wait, what the fuck's that smell?
Ooh, you think there's a lingering smell?
I think if you get close
I'm
enough.
gonna go decently high then. Actually, I'm going for an 8.
Really, I don't think it's that high. I think the smell is there.
Smell is high.
I don't think it's like potent. I think it's just like a tiny whiff here and there if you're close enough. Like if you're right behind him, you're like, huh.
I don't know anyone whose ass I can smell if they didn't fart.
I don't know.
Okay, maybe you wore me down to a 7.5.
7.5.
Still high, yeah.
I'm still not that high. I'm not portraying the smell thing as much as I am like not picturing it in my head. I think
the little wavy green lines, cartoon lines, right?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of like 3 big wavy green lines. I'm thinking of like one really tiny one just here and there,
Okay.
Every once in a while there's just kind of a whiff. Like when Ash farts,
I think a whiff is gross though.
It is, but it's not
okay.
not like terrible. I think it
could be worse. Okay.
I think Ash farts and everyone for a second is like, what the fuck was that? And then it kind of dissipates. So I'm thinking it's not that bad. He's cleaned relatively recently. I'm just gonna go 5. I think it's about halfway to something a little dangerous.
Okay. I don't know about relatively recently. I think a hot water battle was a while ago.
But relatively recently, relative to, Delia.
Long journeys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm if one is newly changed Delia underwear, and we're talking like skid mark territory, I'm actually gonna go down to a 4.
Oh, okay.
So, but you're sticking with that 7.5?
Yeah.
I think we're in total 2 different rounds here.
It's been a long time since we've seen Delia, so.
Yeah, but I think we need to think about it, in terms of relativity. There's going to be longer stretches.
I'm thinking of it in terms of is that a good way to think about it? There's going to be longer stretches. I hear you, but will that change the contents of Ash's underwear? You think it'll lead to him doing his own cleaning a little bit?
I think the 10 that we're looking for in terms of a swamp Ash is farther out than a 7.5 is here.
You're looking at it in terms of metric crafting, and I'm looking at it in terms of just like how grossed out am I thinking about Ash's butt right now?
I think on the scale of 1 to an infection, I think we're only at a 4.
You're thinking about a good uniform scale. You're thinking about a well-structured scale, and I am thinking purely emotionally about the monster between the butt cheeks.
Yeah, and you know what? It creates a disparity in the ratings, which we don't get that often. So, I'll take it.
Okay.
So, all right, final category for today. Oh, look at it! It's Attack of the Clones. There is Jenny.
Remind me what that one is. That's
Joy
for
and
Jenny and Joy appearances. Oh yeah. So we get some good Jenny action here. No Joy.
That's part of the category is that Jenny and Joy don't need to both be there. It is specifically like if it's one or the other, they can each be their own. It's their own.
Right, because they used to have their own categories.
Yeah.
We fused them together because you don't see them every episode.
Yeah.
The Jenny action. I mean, the Jenny action's decent here.
The Jenny action's hilarious. We have Jenny.
Hilarious.
We have Officer Wobbuffet alongside her.
Okay, we can give this extra points for Officer.
Yes,
Wobbuffet
absolutely.
Then.
But then there's also the whole thing of Jenny being like, "Wait, no, you can't break a rule. That's not possible."
I know. It's funny because it's like cop humor.
Yeah.
In a way, right?
She's like, you can't break a rule, and they're like, "We're criminals," and she's like, "Wait, hold on, give me a minute here. I need to think."
Yeah, it's really funny. And then as soon as she's outside of like the dogmatism of her rules, she's like, I guess I can kill you.
I think this is high on the Jenny scale.
That was fun. Yeah,
I like this narrative that we've crafted around Jenny. I think like the 10 we gave Jenny at one point was like the one where she's like super helpful to Ash and she's like helping him save
and
his
the other
friends
way
and
you
stuff.
could give Jenny a high score is like the odd episode where there's like a shit ton of Jennies.
Yeah.
They're doing like there's like 300 Jennies at the Jenny convention. So
I think this
but I mean this is a fun use of Officer Jenny for sure. I'll go with an 8.
Yeah, this is high on my Jenny scale. I was also thinking 8, so we'll go flat 8s for that. Overall, above average 6.875 for Wobbu-Palooza.
Nice.
So, good episode. Very good episode.
Good episode.
Good episode. Yeah, good
That's
episode.
Fun.
And we see good episode.
Steve, I'm gonna say it. Penis. Oh my god, he said penis. Yeah, thank you for listening. That was fun. Hope we didn't say anything too revolting, too stupid, too funny, because we don't like saying funny things at all. That's always a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been 2 Killer Delibird. We shouted out the Twitch channel earlier, and I'm gonna start with that just because a reminder, Kellan's gonna be doing his reciting all the Pokemon from memory. The stream goes on until he gets it right. That's going to be fucking crazy. He's going to shout that out on Twitter, so check for us on Twitter. Our handle is 2KillaDelibird.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to do what we're doing? No, do you want to know what we're doing next week?
I skipped what we're doing next week. Yeah, what are we doing?
All right, next week's two more beautiful episodes. We got episode 176, Imitation Confrontation, or in Japanese.
Okay.
Aim to be a Metamon master! ! Imitate once again! !
Wait, what's that one? Well, I
guess you'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Followed by episode 177, The Trouble with Snubble, or in Japanese, Nyarth, Bulu, and Granbulu! !
Oh, no. Okay, sick. Granbulu.
Snubble.
All right, let me finish my spiel.
Yeah.
Check us out on the YouTubes. Hydroleech is the channel. That's where you can leave comments on the video version. We like having engagement there. Also interact us with whatever platform you're using. If you're using Spotify or something, download, rate, anything you can. You can send us questions at 2killadelibird@gmail.com. Intro and outro music is 80 Synthwave by Alexi Action. And I think the only platform we haven't mentioned so far is the TikTok. Hydroleeches is the name of the TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
What's up on your TikTok right now, Kellan?
I'm trying to do things, but it's tough,
But you can go check out. He's got series on anime errors as well as Pokemon Green sprites, which are
fun. And there's some top 5 stuff going on, card openings when I get the chance. Other things coming when I find the motivation.
Sounds good.
Because TikTok stuff is bad. I enjoy the content. The thing I hate about it the most is the fucking captioning. I hate doing captions, but you got on TikTok.
It's tedious.
It's the worst. I would pay someone to do the captions for me if I could. If I had the money.
If you had money and if you made money.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
So,
it's a tough game, and trends move so fast on there.
Mm-hmm.
A tough platform. Yeah. But this isn't the bitching about the content creator game. This is the bitching about Pokemon podcast. Thanks for listening. I don't know. Anything else, Kellan?
I don't know. I don't have a joke. Wobbuffet.
And that's the joke.
Yep.